plate is Rocky Allison. At first base, Sean Young. And at third base, Tom Denholm.
Okay, we're ready to get underway here. The second game, the 1 o'clock game, Shelton versus the Gig Harbor. Harbor's the home team. They've taken the field. The pitcher has started his warm-ups. I'm filling in the scorecard here. Couple of players, and I'll let you know what's up. Got a couple of brothers on the Shelton team here, the Shelton High Climbers. Ty and Wade Smotherman leading off. Well, let me give you the pitchers here first. Number 22 for Gig Harbor is Austin Dempewolf. D-E-M-P-E-W-O-L-F. Dempewolf. Austin Dempewolf, and he's throwing to number, I think number 27, Sebastian Toglia. Oh, it's 21, Cage Hardy. Thank you, Thomas. Leading off for Shelton. Caleb Hitzman, good name for a batter. Leadoff hitter, left-handed hitting first baseman. And we're underway here. Fastball rolls in. The Express for a strike. That one's low and away. 1-1. Fastball is foul off to the left. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hitzman. Curveball misses. Away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball through the hole on the right side. Lead off single. Brings up Ty Smotherman. Number 1, I think he's the third baseman, but the announcer just said second base this time. That ball's high. 1-0. That one's high as well. 2-0. Catcher calls timeout. Wants to talk to his pitcher. Strike down the chute, 2-1. Weak swing. 2-2. One of those, I'm going to swing, no I'm not, but I can't stop the bat kind of hacks. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Another weak swing. Seemed to be a little fooled by everything up there. Brendan Engstrom, shortstop.
Batting third to shortstop, number 24, Brendan Engstrom.
Curveball, that's the first curveball we've seen. Swing and a miss by Engstrom, the curly-haired carrot top, 0-1. Swings at a high fastball, fouls it back here, 0-2. Swing and a miss with that curveball. With the exception of the leadoff hitter, Wordsman, who was left-handed, these next two right-handed batters have not looked comfortable at all. Have not looked comfortable at all against the Gig Harbor pitcher. And the next batter, Falcon Johnson, number 68. He's the pitcher for Shelton. He takes a called strike. Pops the ball over the head of the third baseman. Shortstop calls him off. Should have left the third baseman on. He's the only one that could get to it. And it drops innocently. Foul of the third base line for an 0-2 count. Thomas, this guy looks familiar. Did we play against this guy, the Falcon Johnson, the guy batting?
Never Shelton. We played Gig Harbor last year, remember?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
We never played Shelton.
No? Okay. There's that curveball. Johnson fouls it away. His physique is kind of familiar. Looks like a guy we faced.
They're probably 800 of them.
Runner goes. Ball is fouled. Hitter calls timeout.
Get him down.
Ball's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Batter calls timeout. Swing and a miss. Another weak swing. And Dimplewolf strikes out the sides. He has all the right-handed hitters off their stride completely.
for Gig Harbor, shortstop number 23, Karen Peterson.
Shortstop Karen Peterson leading off for Gig Harbor. Here's Falcon's first delivery. Oh, tried to lead him off with a curveball. It was way high. 1-0. Ball's hit hard to center field. Center fielder's back and under it. Makes a catch. One up, one down.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 5, Ike Simler.
Looks like a changeup. Drops in for a strike. And ball in the upper outside corner. 0-2 to Ike Simler, the left fielder. Fouls that one into the ground. Over into his own dugout. Still no balls, 2 strikes. Foul off to the right. Ooh. Tried to get him with a curveball. Stayed a little too far inside. 1-2. It bounces between the catcher's and the umpire's legs and hits off the backstop right underneath me here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul up over our heads. The first baseman picks up the short hop, walks over the bag for the putout. 3 unassisted. 2 down.
Batting third, third baseman, number 12, Jordan Hayworth.
Third baseman Jordan Hayworth. Takes Falcons' first pitch up and away. Ball 2. There's a strike. 2-1, 2 outs, nobody on for Gig Harbor here in the bottom of the first. There's no score yet in the game. Swing and a miss. 2-2. There's a hard ground ball that eats up the second baseman. It'll be a single.
And in the cleanup spot, the catcher, number 21, Cage Hardy.
The ball poked into right field. It's gonna, the right fielder dives for it. That's gonna get a run home. Ball's rolling all the way to the wall. The hitter's gonna make it to at least third base. He's not a fast runner, so he's just gonna go in there standing. Gonna be a triple. And Gig Harbor has the first run. Cage Hardy, the catcher. Legs on a triple after the right fielder dove for the ball and it rolled all the way to the wall.
The right fielder, number 27, Sebastian Tolia.
Sebastian Tolia, the right fielder, coming to the plate with 2 down and a runner
Bring him in.
at third base. Umpire's wanting to talk to somebody. Going to be a courtesy runner for the catcher. Number 11. There's the ball to Tolia. The ball hit deep to center. Center fielder had a beat on it, hauled it down. So the damage was kept to 1 run. Into 1-0 Gig Harbor.
Out to Shelton second. Catcher, number 17, Matt Osberg.
Top of the second, the catcher. Number 2, Matt Osberg leading off. Takes the call strike. And swings and fouls the next pitch back. Put him behind 0-2. Curveball, foul down the left field line, past the third baseman. Temple Wolf's pitch. High curveball. 1-2. Pops it up on the infield. Looked like it's going to fade foul. The first baseman's going to haul it in. 1 down.
Center fielder, number 3, Max Johnson.
Mac Johnson, number 3, center fielder. Young man has a full beard. Swing, fouled that one off the, looked like the umpire's right shoulder, where he's supposed to be pretty well protected. And he takes the strike. 0-2. Dimplewolf's gotten ahead of the first two hitters. Fouls it off to the right. Early in the game here, this being the sixth batter, Dimplewolf has been ahead of all the hitters with the exception of one. Oh! Froze Johnson at the plate. The curveball dropped in. Fourth strikeout already.
Right fielder number 23, Trey Denny.
Fastball is high. And there's one low, 2-0. Fastball whistles in for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one was too high, 3-1. That's the first 3-ball count that Dimplewolf has gone to. 3-1, here comes a pitch. Fouled off to the left, full count. Ground ball out to the second baseman. Hauls it in, tosses it across, and the inning is over for Shelton. I don't think I've ever seen a bearded umpire before. A nice looking beard on the fella. Leading off the second for Gig Harbor's Bodie Tisch, first baseman. Here's a curveball poked down the right field line, and it's going to go foul. Wind's blowing straight in from center field, maybe a little bit up the first base line, which determined the flight of that ball. 0-1. Ground ball off the fist, cross to the third baseman, picks it up and guns down Tisch for the first down.
Center fielder number 31, Owen Wild.
Next up for Gig Harbor is Owen Wild, center fielder, number 31. Ball low. strike right down the pipe. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wild. Swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, number 4, Cole Smith.
Brings up second baseman Cole Smith. Ball up the middle. Second baseman cannot get to it in time, and Smith's going to leg out the single. Just under the pitcher's glove. Second baseman had a long way to go to get it. Momentum had him taking him away from the throw.
The designated hitter, number 2, Shannon Milborn.
Shannon Milborn, number 2, designated hitter, coming up with 2 out and a runner at first base for Gig Harbor here in the bottom of the second, holding a 1-0 lead. Pitch drops in for a strike. Milborn swings and misses. 0-2. Shelton manager instructing his left fielder to come way in for this hitter. Curveball. Milborn tried to hold up on it, tipped off of his bat, off the catcher's mask and away to the left, to the right. No balls, 2 strikes. I think we're in beard country here. There's another full beard on this batter. Here comes the pitch. Off of his hands, fouled back. Runner goes. Swing and a miss, and the inning's over. Hey Thomas, see if you can figure out who Shelton is DHing for.
Number 9, Maurice Castro.
Leading off number 9.
Second baseman.
Thank you. Maurice Castro. Taps one out in front of the plate. Pitcher picks it up off the mound. Throws a high strike to first base. There's 1 down.
fielder, number 20, Wade Smotherman.
Wade Smotherman, left fielder. That one past the pitcher. Second baseman gets there quickly, flips it over. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Back to the top of the order.
Number 2, Caleb Hitzman.
Hitzman has the only hit for Shelton thus far. Breaking ball drops across low. Curveball stays outside to the left-hand hitter. That gets the outside edge of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Up in the zone. Strike 2 called. Curveball cuts under the strike zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one was under the strike zone. Ball 4. And a 2-out walk gives Shelton their second base runner.
Number 1, Ty Smotherman.
Smotherman struck out swinging back in the first. And he doesn't get any of that first pitch. 0-1. Ball wide, catcher has to go get it. 1-1. Hitter asks for timeout. Toss over to get the runner back. One ball, 1 strike. Throw down. Nothing doing. 2-1. Ground ball down to the third base line. On the grass, he picks it up, throws. The first baseman goes up to get it, comes down on the bag, and the umpire saws him out. We'll be starting the top or the bottom of the third here, and Gig Harbor will be back to the top of the order. Karen Peterson leading off.
All you have to do is take it to the green.
Cleaning out the Gig Harbor third. Shortstop, number 23, Karen Peterson.
And the first pitch in the bottom of the third was a ball, and the second pitch was a called strike to Karen Peterson. And he slashes a single into right field. Soft line drive. Picked up by the right fielder on one hop. Shows bunt, curveball, pulls it back, tries to put it back again. Totally fooled. Strike called. Thought it was coming in his head, so he tried to bail. Saw it was a curveball, tried to get back in there. Toss over to get the runner back. Shows bunt again, that ball's outside. Outside, 2-1. Shows the bunt down the first base line. Pitcher's going to have to go to the bag. He does. That's a toss to the first baseman. Good play by the pitcher to get that. It was a good bunt. And the pitcher covered it well. And the batter got his job done.
Third baseman, number 12, Jordan Hayward.
Third baseman Hayward. And third baseman for Shelton is playing in just at the edge of the grass. Curveball, strike one, swinging. Ball, good stop by the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jordan Hayworth. Curveball hit in the right field. Runner at second was leaning back towards the bag when that ball was hit, so he did not have a chance to score. Another looping single in the right field. Runners at first and third now.
The catcher, number 21, Gage Hardy.
Brings up the catcher, Cage Hardy. Runner goes on the called strike, no throw down. They have 2 outs on the scoreboard. Pretty sure it's not. Strike drops in on the outside. 0-2 to Hardy. The ball stays high. And the scoreboard finally caught up with the rest of the game. Removed an out. Johnson tried to take something off of that and ran the count even 2-2. Falcon Johnson throwing to Cage Hardy. Infield is in for the play at the plate here. Comebacker. Johnson checks the runner. The third goes to first. They're 2 down. Good play.
Good about 27, Sebastian Arroyo.
Strike, drops across. Sebastian Tolia at the plate. Ooh, that looked pretty good. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Falcon Johnson a pitch away from getting out of this. Ground ball out to shortstop. He's going to have to be quick. And he is. He gets Colia speeding down the line. And Gig Harbor leaves a couple of batters on, a couple of runners on base. Still 1-0 after 3. Okay, so that's 34. Those guys aren't being in the game. I don't know.
Those are the second baseman.
Where is the second one?
Second baseman was Eric.
That's what I thought. But I thought the guy playing second was 1, so they must be moving him around. The guy played second this last game was 1. I think they just put him in different places.
Shortstop, number 24, Brendan Engstrom.
Come on, D, open them up, help them out.
Shortstop Engstrom leading off. Takes the first pitch low. It's about ball backhanded by the shortstop. Strong arm. Guns in down, 6-3.
Yeah, number 1 was at third.
Okay, thanks.
The pitcher, number 68, Falcon Johnson.
Shelton pitcher, Falcon Johnson to the plate. Struck out swinging back in the first. Dimple Wolf's curveball drops across for a strike. That curveball's too low. And Johnson goes up to get that one. Looks like it's going to stay in. No, it just goes out of play.
A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to please return all foul balls to the field of play. Thank you.
Johnson took a tomahawk shot at that. It was up in his eyes. And he goes up after that one as well. Dimple Wolf says he's going to swing at him. I'll throw him up there. Still 1-2. Curveball stays up. 2-2. Had Johnson laid off those 2 high pitches, he'd be on first base with a walk, helping himself out. And there he is, swinging at that ball way up there again. High hop around to the second baseman, and he boots it. He would have had the put out had he picked that up, but he ran right past it. E4.
The catcher, number 17, Matt Osberg.
Catcher Osberg to the plate, popped down to the first baseman back in the second. One out, one on. 1-0 Gig Harbor, top 4. Bunt, fouled. Curveball away. One. Off the hands, popped up. Shortstop calls everybody off.
Center fielder, Max Johnson.
Get the batter.
Center fielder Max Johnson, 2 out, and a runner out on first, a tying run. Ball 1. Johnson needs to get something into the gap, into a gap here. Get that, get the pinch runner in, and he's off. And he's safe out at second.
All right, there he is, Max. Let's go.
Stolen base. 2 balls to Johnson. Single might score the runner. I say might. Ground ball out to third. Third baseman backs up. It comes off his chest. Throws across and still gets a runner. That's why he stays with it. 5-3. Chest up. 3 down.
Leading out to Gig Harbor forward to first baseman, number 10, Tony Pitch.
First baseman, number 4. Cole Smith leading off for Gig Harbor here. Hits a fair ball past the diving third baseman down the line, and he's going to hold at first. The left fielder was on that ball quickly.
Center fielder, number 31, Owen Wild.
Owen Wild struck out his first time up. Curveball drops too soon. One and 0. Batter shows the bunt and pulls it back. The ball drifted in. 2-0. Shows bunt again and takes a strike that time. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Shows bunt. Oh, and umpire punches him out. Says he went. 1 down, runner at first. Cole Smith singled ground ball up the middle under the pitcher's glove, his first at bat back in the 2nd inning. Line drive over the shortstop's head. Left fielder picks it up and gets it back in quickly. Shortstop jumped high for that ball, timed it well. It was just a little too high. Runners at first and second, 1 down. Milbourne, Shannon Milbourne, the designated hitter. Up to the plate. The corners are in. There's a ball high. Middle at double play depth. It's another ball. 2-0. Strike down the middle. 2-1. Foul back, 2-2. Milborn's the number 9 hitter after this to go back to the top of the order. Kieran Peterson, he's been hitting the ball well in his first 2 at-bats, so they want to get this batter for the second out anyway. Runs the count full on that pitch. Ball 4, the bases are loaded. Gig Harbor has the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out. Shelton manager is out to talk with his players, his infield, see how they want to handle this. The hitter Peterson has flown deep to center field and hit a line drive over the infield for a single in the 3rd inning. And the umpire thinks they've had just about enough time to figure out what they want to do. He's walking out to the mound and they break it up. Falcon Johnson into the stretch with the bases loaded, 1 down. Here comes his pitch. In on the hands, and Peterson fouls it back. Nowhere to put Peterson. Same defensive setup. Corners in. Double play depth up the middle. Here's Johnson's pitch. Curveball stays high, 1-1. There's a ball that's golfed down the left field line that's going to score at least 2. Left fielder drops the ball, but runners are going to end up at first and second on that 2 RBI single by Peterson. So he's hitting all over the field today. Ike Simler at the plate. Take the first pitch outside. He grounded to the first baseman in the 1st inning and had a sac bunt in the 3rd. Ground ball out to the shortstop, double play. Short to 2nd, back to 1st. Wild. And a run's going to come in. The hitter, Simler, tried to take 2nd on the wild throw. He was gunned down by the first baseman. The ball bounced right back to him. Umpire's going to talk it over there. That was a 6-4-1-6 double play. That plated a run.
Updated 50 totals at the end of 4. Michelle Dalton Johnson was 67. Anderson Harbor, Austin Tempe Wolf was 60. Leading off to Shelton Smith. Right fielder number 23, Trey Denning.
Top 5. Shelton finds themselves in a 4-0 hole here. Leading off, Trey Denning, the right fielder, fouls the first pitch from Dempa Wolf off to the left. And that curveball stays outside, 1-1. Low outside corner, 1-2. Fastball stays away, 2-2. Strike 3 called.
The designated hitter, Maurice Castro.
Number 9, the DH, Maurice Castro. Take the first pitch inside. Fouls that next offering back. Fouled on the first base line, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swings at a curveball and misses. 2 down. Wade Smotherman, left fielder, number 20.
Left fielder Wade Smotherman.
First pitch strike. Bounces one in, evens it count at 1-1. Swing and a foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's had 1 ball, 2 strikes on the previous 2 hitters. Struck them both out, one looking, one swinging. What's he got for Smotherman here? Temple Wolf's pitch. Curveball on the corner, looking. Just like the first inning. Pretty much a carbon copy. Struck out the sides at 6-7 strikeouts through 5 innings. Gig Harbor coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th with a 4-0 lead.
Third baseman Jacob Hayward.
Started, JoJo.
Pardon me, Jordan.
Come on, Blue, that's Bush.
Hitter was calling for a timeout, but the umpire did not extend it. And so, leadoff hitter Hayworth starts with a 0-1 and takes that second pitch from Johnson for a ball. Fouls that inside fastball off to the right. 1-2. High fastball had some zip on it. 2-2. And there's the base. Oh! The right fielder closed in quickly on that ball. Looked like it was going to drop, but he got there in time to field it backhanded. 1 down. The backstop, Cage Hardy. Number 21, he's tripled in the first. He hit that slow-mo triple in the first. Takes the ball high. That scored Gig Harbor's first run. And he hits another gapper. Here he's going to get at least 2 out of this one.
Right fielder Sebastian Tolia.
They're going to get a pinch runner for Hardy or not? A couple umpires and the third base coach are having a discussion about whether or not, well, I don't know what they're talking about.
Let's go.
Yeah, and there is going to be a pinch runner for Hardy. Number 20. That may have been what that whole discussion was about.
Hey, why don't you whip out the bush, pass? Okay. Triple B.
Middle approach.
Brings up Sebastian Tolia.
Go, Jay.
Flown out to center, grounded down to the shortstop. Runner at second, one down for Gig Harbor. Ball is high. Low and away. 2-0. Swing and foul tip into the catcher's glove. 2-1. That was off the end of the bat. Johnson turns and looks the runner back. Ground ball past the diving third baseman. Going to leave runners at first and third.
First baseman, Bodie Tish.
Bodie Tish, he grounded down to third and singled. Scored a run in the fourth. Hits the ball high down the right field line. It's going to go foul, but will it stay in play? It does, but the right fielder could not catch up to it. 0-1. Toss over to first to get the runner back. Third base runner, the coach talked that one over. Should Johnson throw again the first? There's a breaking ball that cuts right across the heart of the plate. After his adjustment, all Tish could do with it was foul it off. 0-2. Ball's hit the center field. Center fielder went back to get it. Here comes the play. The throw comes all the way home. We're not going to get the runner from third. The runner first holds. Sack fly for Tish.
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for Gig Harbor is number 11, Chad Sorensen.
Come on, Chad. No high, no low.
And the Shelton manager is going to do a swap here. The third baseman and pitcher will change roles. Third Third baseman's number 34. He came in earlier for the designated hitter and went into third base and moved the third baseman over to second.
Attention please, now pitching for Shelton, number 34, Austin Ramsfield.
Two down, one in. Runner at first here in the bottom of the fifth. Gig Harbor now with the 5-0 lead. Pinch hitter for Gig Harbor, number 11, Chad Sorensen. Takes the ball. And a strike. Swing and a foul back. One ball, two strikes, 2 out. Runner at first. Umpire calls timeout. Home book. Where's the home book? Okay. Ball bounces past the catcher. The runner advances to second. Two and two. And that one gets past the catcher. Oh! Came back to the catcher in time, but Johnson was not at the bag. Catcher could not hazard the throw. Bases loaded. I'm sorry, runner at third. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter, Sorensen. Ground ball down the third base line. Foul called by the field umpire. Have umpires down the third and first base lines. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. We're going to have to throw him out. That's the third out of the inning. Coming to the top of the 6th. Dimplewolf in control of the game here. He's thrown 61 pitches through 5 innings. He's
1-1's re-entering.
Temple Wolf has allowed a single and a walk, and both of those are to the man coming to the plate, number 2, Caleb Hitzman.
Leading off the Shelton stretch, the first baseman, Caleb Hitzman.
And he takes a call strike. And the ball up and away. Curveball drops in 1-2. Even count, 2-2. Hit foul down the left field line.
Hey, let's get a hand on that, coach.
Strike 3 called. And Dimplebow finally gets his man. The only blemishes on his record so far. Brings up the third baseman, Ty Smotherman, actually playing second now. Takes the ball up and away. And another. Strike called. Ball away, 3-1. Popped high into center field. Center fielder blocking the sun. And he makes a catch, 2 down.
Shortstop, Brendan Engstrom.
Shortstop Brendan Engstrom struck out, grounded out to the shortstop. Curveball too far inside. 1-0. And a ball too low. Ground ball to the third baseman. Scoops it up, toss across the diamond, and the inning is over. I was wrong on that pitch count before. The new pitch count total looked like to be 88 for Dimple Wolf through 6. Ramsfield back to the mound for Shelton.
Leading off gig number 6, second baseman Cole Smith.
Cole Smith watches the first ball skip past the catcher. And the second one hits him on the elbow. Good thing he had that protector pad on his elbow. Saw a couple of guys attempting pitches, attempting being hit, not wearing that elbow pad. I'm certain they have not been hit in the elbow yet. Once it happens, you put that guard on and you never go back. There's a strike to the next hitter. Number 2, Shannon Milbourne. One ball, one strike. Ball popped into center field. Takes it for the first out.
The shortstop, Kieran Peterson.
Back to the top of the order, Karen Peterson. Couple of singles, but was stranded twice at third base. Ball away. In the dirt, 2-0. Curveball for a strike. Toss over to get the runner back. Ball inside. 3-1. And ball 4. And Gig Harbor has something going here in the 6th. Runners at first and second, one down.
Left fielder Ike Semler.
Ike Semler. He's 1 for 2 on the day. No, 0 for 2. Grounded out to the first baseman. And the first takes the ball. Pops it high up on the infield. First baseman takes it. Infield fly, did not hear the umpires call it, but it was. That's the second out.
Third baseman, Jordan Hayworth.
Jordan Hayworth. It's 2 for 3 today. Ball 1, here comes a pitch. And that ball's hit in the center field, and it's going to get past the center fielder, going to pick up 2. The runner's quick, he's heading for third, he's going to make it. Standing. A stand-up triple for Jordan Hayworth. Plates 2 more. Cage Hardy to the plate. And the umpire has called timeout while the Shelton manager takes the field to take the ball away from his hurler, and someone's coming from the bullpen here. As soon as I see the full back of his jersey, maybe number 22. Shelton down now 7-0. Nope, they don't have a 22. Thomas, can you see the number on that guy? 21 or 27 maybe. Could be a 27, Anthony Smith, or a 21, Justin Elkins. Just Justin Elkins, I'm told by someone who knows him well.
Attention, please. Now pitching for Shelton is number 27, Anthony Smith.
And yeah, again, the booth has it wrong.
Number 21, Justin Elkins.
There we go.
Tough to see the number from up here sometimes.
Same here. Okay, here we go. Cage Hardy takes the ball. Elkins has the duty of keeping that Gig Harbor runner at third, that 8th run away from the plate. And there's another ball inside from Elkins, 2-0. Swings at the next pitch. Third baseman gets it, throws it across the diamond. And the inning comes to a close, but Gig Harbor's picked up a couple more here. 7-0, coming to the top of the 7th, Shelton's last chance. What time you got, Thomas?
36.
236? What's the score, Juanita Bainbridge?
Juanita 174. Oh, Bainbridge 174.
They won?
Bainbridge
All right. Oh. So they got 7 runs off that pitcher.
Yeah, I guess it didn't look that good. Pitching on short rest again.
So I just got the word that Bainbridge defeated Juanita 7-4.
Pitching total at this point at the end of 6 innings. For Shelton, Falcon Johnson was 81, Austin Ramsfield 21, and Justin Elkins 2. For Gig Harbor, Austin Debbie Wolf with 87.
Number 68, the now third baseman, Falcon Johnson.
Leading out to Shelton 7. For 68, Falcon Johnson.
First pitch from Dimple Wolf is a strike. One ball, one strike. 2-1. Called strike. High hopper down to the third baseman, takes his time. Pulls him off the bag, but the first baseman has a swipe tag to retire the batter. One up, one down. That was Dimple Wolf's 93rd pitch. Gonna have a pinch hitter here, number 13.
Pitch hitting for Shelton, number 13. Zach Jonker.
Zach Jonker. Jonker. Zach Jonker. Left-handed hitting batter here in the 7th. Takes the first pitch strike. Curveball bounces in. 1-1. Ball a little low. Very low. 2-1. Under the zone, 3-1. Ball 4. It's 98 pitches, so he's probably gonna. I'd be surprised if he didn't take the ball, and
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for Shelton, number 15. Kevin Snodgrass.
Umpire goes out to break it up. No, he's not taking the ball. They under the same pitch count rules we are, Thomas? Yeah. I got him at 98. That means he's got 7 left with 1 out. Ball gets away from the catcher. Jonker scampers down to second. Another pinch hitter here. Ball 2. That's 100. Kevin Snodgrass batting here in the 7th. And there's ball 3. 101. Strikes 102. Dimplewolf steps off. Ground ball out to the shortstop. Catcher says go 1. He does. Runner advances to third on the play. 6-3 put out.
Oh, here we go. Hey, you're up by 7. Sit down.
103.
102.
Home book says 102. I have 103, but
Robin, what do you have?
I have 103. They have
Attention,
102.
please. Now pitch hitting for Shelton is number 30, Jaden White.
Another pinch hitter, Jason White. So according to the home book, he has 3 pitches left. That would be 103 according to home book. Ball 1. There's 104. Ball 2.
Put the ball back.
This will be his last pitch. If not, we'll get to see how the rules are enforced. Ball. That's it. And here comes the Gig Harbor manager. They ran him right up to 105.
Come on, JoJo.
3 balls, no strikes on the batter. White, the pinch hitter. Number 12 coming into pitch to close this game out for Gig Harbor.
What's his name?
The pitcher?
Yeah.
Number 12, it is Jordan Hayworth. He's already been in the game. Who was he here? I think he's a third baseman.
Third.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Gig Harbor is number 12, Jordan Hayworth.
Looks like they got a new left fielder also, someone we have not seen yet. 13 for 2, that's who that was. Oh, they're taking him out. 13. Taking out. Wait a minute. For the DH. Killing the DH. Kind is going to go in and play left field. And we're ready to go. Hayworth pitching and throws ball 4. Number pinch hitter, number 4, Myers. For Shelton. Runners first and third, 2 down. Ball's high. Ball gets away from the catcher. The runner on first moves to second. Runner third holds. 2-0. Runner to second, third, 2 down. 2 balls, no strikes. Umpire calls a balk. And Shelton's going to get a run here in the top of the 7th. And that will be charged to Dempelwolf. Runner at third, 2 down. 2 balls, no strikes to the batter Myers. Hayworth into his wind. Here's a pitch. Ball's away. 3-0. There's a strike. Ball 4. Wade Smotherman to the plate. Takes a ball. And the catcher and the manager are going to go out and talk with Hayworth. Probably telling him just to pitch to contact. Got a big lead here, 2 ounce. One ball to Smotherman. And a strike. And he hits a runner in the back. The bases are going to be loaded. Third baseman and catcher out to talk to Hayworth.
Keep licking your fingers, you're going to blow the game.
The first baseman, Caleb Hitzman.
And back to the top of the order, the only one who had been hitting. Had a single and a walk before Dimple finally caught him looking. And he hits the ball in the center field. It's going to be caught, and the ball game is over. Caught by the shortstop, drifting out.
Ball game, ladies and gentlemen. The final score: Gig Harbor 7 and Shelton 1. With the win, Gig Harbor advances the championship game 4 o'clock this afternoon against Capital. Shelton will go down to Curtis High School to play Central Kitsap at 4:30.